Right. Recording started. We'll go back to syncing the breath practice and moving the spine and the muscles around the spine, therefore moving the lung cavity and thereby strengthening the lungs, increasing the power of the lungs and increasing the amount of oxygen that can go in and out. So first, we sync the qi and root. You can breathe in and out through the nose. As long as you breathe in through the nose, crown of the head is elevated, like a string up to the heavens. Drop the tailbone, release the tailbone. Do the diaphragm. We inhale, it goes down, pushing the belly out, hence belly breathing. Contracting the belly, pushes the diaphragm up, breathing out. Briefly, we'll be mindful of the diaphragm, the belly, the lungs. And our posture. Now, Mr. Anatomy, the backbone. The sides of the backbone, trying to show you this, connecting to the ribs especially. We want to move that. Okay? You see the spine and all the bones, there are a lot of connections there. There's also, in between the vertebrae, not a good example, in between the vertebrae, there's a lot of muscle and tendon, well, sinew anyway. And there's muscle all there. And of course, while I have Mr. Anatomy, the diaphragm is here, right? So we're watching that movement here. Okay. So we want to move the muscle and the ligament. Kind of, it's not muscle, not bone, you know. So we want to move that, keep that moving. And therefore we have the following exercise. Let's start by moving. It's not a very flexible spine. Moving it sideways. Okay. That shows you, gives you an indication of what we're going to do. We're going to move sideways. Look from the side. You can't. I'm not going forward. Sideways. Gently, okay? You hear a lot of creaking. You also don't want to force anything. Okay, and also forward. I'm not really moving the pelvis. Okay, we're going to elaborate. Make air come out. Some of the movements can even hurt. You're not used to it. You've all been practicing with me for a while, so shouldn't hurt, but any beginners watching it could hurt. So we're going to do those movements sideways and forward. Imagine your hands are connected to the spine. As you push your hands forward, right, feel the spine is moving forward. In the middle, let's say. Let's start in the middle. Pushing them backward, the spine is pushing back. Right, and we go up a few ribs, one or two. Up a few more. Right, I'm about in my neck now. And I'm going back down using my hands as a physical guide to make me feel my back. And downward. You do a bit in the lower back as well. There's 3 lumbar vertebrae there. Good for your lower back. Okay. Now we're going to go a little more up and down and circling. Okay. Let's, for the sake of argument, start low, in the middle back, upper back. 1, 2, your own speed. Really feel that the spine is moving. This will add centimeters to your length as well, you know. You're loosening the spine. Half an inch taller after this. So downwards is a little more difficult. I'm still going forward and backward, okay? So I can watch you. Okay, if we could do a little spiral as well. You know, as you practice, you get inventive. You want to loosen and move the muscles, tendons in the spine. The connections between the vertebrae and also the ribs. Going. See it, open the fingers. Don't hold your fingers closed, open the fingers. You also got to relax in your wrist, okay? That's good. Think you get the picture? Now, we're going to move sideways, okay? Again, be careful not to force anything. The Taoist 80% rule of movement, rules. We just do 80% of our full range of movement. Full being, you're about to break something, okay? 0 is nothing. That's easy. We're doing 80% of our movements. We're not forcing anything. Our hands are going to be the sideways guide. Okay? So like prayer, and you push your hands to the side, you push your spine to the side. As if you're connected. Just do it simple first, in the middle. Seeing the breath, of course. I believe this kind of movement comes from Dragon and Tiger Qigong, although it's very like yoga, you know. Visualize your hands are like the spine and they're connected like a marionette puppet. You can guide the whole spine. Now, certainly with me, I can't bend my wrist too much. So we want to work from the base of the spine as well, a little bit. It's more important here where the lungs are, okay? So we can visualize we're working in the base and then up here a little bit in the neck, the general health in the spine. So moving a bit to the base. And I'm spiraling up it now, okay? It might be a bit hard, so you can just circle if you want. Let's circle first. Spiraling is actually not so hard. Try not to move the hips. Notice I'm now going the other way around in my spiraling, circling direction. Okay, good. I could just do some easy exercises now. So you'll get a video. There's an older recording of shoot hours left and right. Today we'll practice some simple movements to help incorporate the spine. Not have to concentrate too much on any difficult exercise. Starting with open the chest wide. Posture, hip width, bend the knees, crown of the head up. Simple breath. Go in and out through the nose, nice and simple. Breathing at your own pace. Now, if you need an extra breath, just take an extra breath. Don't worry. Don't choke. So the hands are going to come up in front, inhaling, while heart height, the palms turn, still inhaling, open up, chest, the lungs, and exhaling, turning the palms, bend the knees, up with the knees as we inhale, turning. You could do a little more than 80%, and then exhaling. Like bend the knees, strengthen the legs, and up. Here, let's visualize. I'm not used to visualizing, just light in the hands. We can fill up life in the lungs as we inhale. And then it brings out any shadows, fear, exhaling any garbage, in pure bright light. Exhaling any off-white colors. Flowing. Good. The elbows are nice and loose. Fingers are open. Going. Nice gradual continual movement. Because we're focusing on opening the cavity of the lungs, ribs, lung, open, back, loosening the shoulders. And finishing your move. This is called open the chest wide. And we're trying to expand the lung capacity just a little. Loosening the previous exercise, the Dragon and Tiger Qigong exercise, loosening in the spine, right? Now we're moving a little more in the ribs. Here's another one from the 18th form. Let's separate the clouds. Give the wrists do a lot of movement, okay, because the arms make a big circle. But we're not just moving the shoulder, we're trying to move the whole chest and lung capacity, okay, not the belly just opening and closing with the air. So don't just make it a hinge movement in the shoulder. We're trying to, when we're here, trying to pull out and trying to pull away here, opening, not the joint, the ribs, from the sternum opening, from the spine opening, inside the rib cage expanding. Okay? The hands, like in the first exercise, when we move the hands to connect to the spine, let's connect the inside, the whole rib cage with the hands. As we open the rib cage. Okay? And as we've done this before, we're going to start from the top and do the whole thing without breaking it down. Okay? Anybody new can just watch first and then join in. The right is on top, palms have a gap. Remember, we're going to turn them gradually. On top, the hands are facing up. Exhale, and knees. In through the nose. Elongate, open the ribs, open the spine. You can go faster if you need to. Open the cavity of the lungs and exhale. And exhale once you're at the horizontal stage of the arms. upward movement, outward movement, downward movement. Elongating all the joints. Keeping a lot of attention in the lungs, ribs, upper body. Loosen all the joints. Rooted. Keep going. That's good. Yeah, the elbows are staying down. Bend your knees as you go down. On the exhale, legs straighten as you come up again. Feel the lungs expanding with breath. Big full, emptying out on the way down. One more. And then we'll do induced chi flow. Flowing breeze, swaying dragon, swaying willow. The dragon doesn't sway. The dragon flies. You're letting go. Letting go of posture. Letting go of posturing. Letting go of tension. Letting go of thoughts. You want to just loosen up completely. There might be involuntary movements in the body. Let them happen. Swaying and trembling, even jerking movements. Them all happen. Stamping. And visualize above us bright light. Bright healing light. Crown of our head is completely open, the size of the head, like wearing a crown. It's open, and the bright healing light flows into our body, brain and eyes, down through all the face, down to the neck and shoulders, arms and hands, helping relax the body, visualizing light inside the body. Light goes down the torso, down the spine, waist, and fills the digestive system. So be full of healing light, full of that waist, pelvic basin, joints, clear down the legs, knees, calves, ankles, and feet, full of healing light, releasing any tension away from the lower legs, deep into the ground. Letting go. Don't worry about posture. Just a minute or two, releasing the body full of life. Like pushing in the ground, pushing out the pores. Keeps coming in. Wide light. Pores are wide open. And then feel your body swaying. And then you start to focus on the Danchen, 2 or 3 inches below the belly button, inside. The body becomes more standing posture, following the diaphragm. Lower the diaphragm to breathe in, nice and full. Contract the belly to breathe out. Breathe out the stale air. Practicing on a standing posture. Elevate. Drop the tailbone, bend the knees a little. Feel the ribs expanding. Contracting. Now let's watch the spine. Breathing from the spine. You're breathing from your back. It can be a combination. You feel your spine is moving out and in, if you like. Or just the spine gets bigger and bigger as you breathe in, further out. You go meters out as you breathe in and out. Okay? Or you can just go breathing in and out, or the other way around. Breathing in and out, and in and out. Okay? It doesn't matter. You want to breathe from the spine, feeling that it's moving, or at least loosening in there. Notice for any kind of meditation exercise, I take off my glasses. Okay. If you want, you can take off the watches and the jewelry too if you want to really get into it. Being very aware of the spine. This is mindfulness. Okay? Mindfulness is ancient. Taoists, the Indians, Buddhists, all sorts of forms of mindfulness, mindful meditation, mindful exercise. Very good for the mind, for the head, and therefore the body. The mind calms the body, leading through the spine. Minutes. You might get an up and down movement going as well in the spine. I'm not saying you should, just, let's not be afraid of discovering any feelings in the spinal breathing, and to exclude any of those feelings, movements, actual physical feelings I'm talking about. Okay? The mind feelings can happen too. Just accept them, let them go. As we work with physical breath, mindfulness breath, and the visualization of breathing from the spine, through the spine. Breathing with the spine. A little more. Okay. Rubbing the face around the hairline, comes under the chin, arms cup over the nose, finish like a prayer. You can still breathe through the nose. 50 rubs, strengthening the nasal passage, clearing phlegm, like facial massage. There's some lymphatic drainage as well going on. And we're clearing the sinuses. Important for all the breathing. Remember, we're working on the lungs and the breath during this lockdown period. Help prevent flus, cough, colds, build up our resistance against these things. And also after any exercise, it's good to stimulate the skin, tapping, rubbing. The skin, the pores, you see, we're stimulating the pores to sweat out any toxins, to clear out any of the toxins that have come to the surface through exercise, simply sweating. Now, unmuting. Any questions?
No.
Oh, well, it's okay.
Good.
Grace?
Okay, we'll continue